G'day, welcome back. Just want to do a little tutorial with GarageBand on how to build up sections. So here's a little piece we've worked on before. Little 4-chord cycle. So that might do us for our verse, for example. So if we were to be looking at the arrangement of our song and the order of the verse, the chorus, and how things like that are going to flow, we might want to perhaps double that section up. So a simple way of doing that would be to click on the plus symbol here, and where it says add, we can add a section, or we could just duplicate the section that we already have, section A. If we duplicate that, we now have a section B, which is an exact copy of section A. So that might be verse A, verse B, or verse 1, verse 2. The next thing we could do is if we click all sections, we would be able to play through and hear all the two sections there. See, it runs into the next section. But what we might want to do then is add in a different part where the instrumentation changes slightly and is more dynamic. So it might be a chorus section where we want things to get a little bit louder or different in terms of the way the instruments are played. So what we can do, if we click on that plus symbol again, and we see here we can add a section. Now I have section C. And with that, if I click on the drums, click on the drums, don't actually have to click on the drums, but with the drums selected, tap our little editor here, and I've actually been playing around with this already. So what I've done is I've increased the volume of the kick and the snare. I've swapped out the hi-hat sound for some cymbals, as a drummer might cross from the hi-hat over to the ride for the chorus section. And I've added in a tambourine just to make it a little bit more dynamic. So with that playing, I can hit record. You can hear just before it started recording the end of the bass and guitar from the previous section playing. That's recording now. Wonderful. And then if we go back to the plus symbol and look at all sections, at all sections, in our timeline view perhaps. Okay, now we can see all the sections. And you'll see that we've added on this extra drum section. Let's have a listen as we play through there. Okay, it sounds a bit odd at the moment because the other instruments have stopped. But what we could do is even try, it would be more interesting to have a slightly different chord progression perhaps, and we could do that. I'm not going to do that now, only because in recording the iPad it's very hard to sync up and stuff. So I'm just going to copy and paste our first section, and let's just listen to that and see if there's enough of a dynamic change. So I've double tapped that loop, that section there, which is our bass line, and I'm going to click copy, and then I'd move the cursor to where I want to drop it in, double tap outside and click paste. I'll do the same thing for here, move the cursor to where I want it, double tap, paste. Now we have section A. Where's my cursor? Section A, section B, and section C, where the drums are going to dynamically change up. We've heard the others quite a bit now. I might start from about here. And then you hear it comes back again to a verse. Now, because the chord progression is the same, we haven't done anything with those other instruments. There's not a great deal of excitement going on there. It can be that is as simple as the song is, that it might just have a loop of chords like that all the way through. But typically, there might be a slight change in the chorus. So we can have a go. Let's have a go. We may as well. So let's double tap those and delete that section, double tap and delete our guitar, and I'm going to select the bass and go to the bass player here. So our progression was I believe C to A minor, F and G. I'm going to try going to an F chord straight off here. So with that F playing, I'm going to just hit record. Not very exciting, and you can hear there was a little bit of a timing glitch. This is what I was afraid of in there. So, but I just went from F to G, F to G, and that was my chorus section, perhaps. And if we do the same thing with our guitar, if we go back to track view and select the guitar now, drop our cursor in right in here at the point we want to drop in at, and hit our guitar editor. I might actually put this on a automatic thing. Might help me out a little bit here with F selected. Here we go. So it's just a little dynamic change there. As I've said, with the recording the iPad plugged into the computer, there's a delay between me hitting things on the iPad and it actually happening. So makes it very tricky to play in time. But let's have a listen to our verse A, verse B, and our chorus section all together. I think the funny thing there is that the guitars and bass were so much louder in the verse than it was in the chorus. But at least you see there how we would change the different sections and add on different sections. So I'm going to leave it there, quit while I'm ahead. And I look forward to seeing you soon at school, and we'll be working on these together. But in the meantime, hope you're having some fun with GarageBand. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.